Hey, hello there. Welcome to CS School channel. So if you are a developer, you must have used Git in one of your projects. Git merge and rebase are two of the most fundamental concepts in Git. But a lot of developers don't really understand what these two different things do. I was one of the developers, but curiosity got better of me and I decided to learn those two things. So in this video, I will put out whatever I have learned during that time. We will try to understand what Git merge and rebase do and which tools to use in which situation. So stay tuned till the end. Also, I want to put out that 90% of our viewers are not subscribed to our channel. So if you are one of those viewers, do subscribe to our channel. It helps us to stay motivated and make more such contents. So now let's start with this concept. Now to understand these two concepts, let's take a scenario here. So suppose you are working on a project and currently the master branch is at this commit. Okay, so the commit number 3. Now your product manager comes to you and asks you to develop a new feature, a feature which will kind of break all the records of the revenue in this product. So he comes to you and asks you to start working on it. By the way, never listen to your product manager, always question him why we are doing this particular feature. Just a small suggestion. Now you start working on this feature and you create this new branch called as feature branch. Okay, and you start working on it. So you make commit number 4, 5 and 6 in feature branch. And during that time, your fellow developer actually merges his own feature branch into master. So it creates this commit number 7 and 8. So now here is this fork in our Git project. So basically two branches which are divergent from each other or which are having different commits from each other. Now for your peace of mind, you want these changes in your own feature branch. Okay, so that you can start working on the next parts. So to do that, there are actually two ways. Either you can git rebase or you can git merge. Basically to combine two different branches, there are two strategies. The one is git rebase and git merge. We will look at now how each of it works. Now let's look at git rebase. So the commands which are shown on the screen are the command to rebase feature with the master branch. So you check out to the feature branch and you run git rebase master. Now all the changes which are in master are in your feature branch. So how does that operation is performed? Now the git history previous to this operation looks like this. So we have this master branch and the feature branch, and the commits looks like 1, 2, 3. The feature branch has the commit 4, 5, 6 and the divergent master has a commit 7, 8. So after running git rebase master, your feature branch will consider commit 8 as your new base. Okay, so rebasing means changing the base from this commit to the latest commit. So after considering 8 as your new base, your changes will be applied on top of that 8. Okay, so the commit 4, 5, 6 will be applied on top of 8 and your new git commit history looks like this. You have 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, the master which was there, and your changes on top of that new master. So basically rebasing is the operation in which we change the base of the feature branch to the latest master. So hope you are clear with the rebasing operation. Now let's look at the advantages and disadvantages of this approach. So here is the list of advantages and disadvantages. The first advantage of git rebasing is your commit history looks cleaner. So you will understand this when we discuss merge actually, but do remember that your commit history will be much simpler if you use git rebase, and we will avoid unnecessary merge commit. So whenever you perform merge, actually there is a merge commit which is made on the feature branch, which we have avoided in this case. Now what are the disadvantages? Now the first disadvantage of git rebase is that you lose the important information about your git history. Now let's see what has happened here. Basically if you remember, we have changed our base from 3 to 8. Now we don't know when was this feature branch created. Was it created before 3, at 7 or at 8? Because our feature branch keeps changing its base. Okay, and that is really critical information to close if you are working in that sort of project. So basically in git rebase you lose some of the information, like when was the master merge with the feature branch, when was the feature branch itself was created, right? This kind of information. And another disadvantage of Git Rebase is that it cannot be used with the branches which are shared with other developers. Now let's try to understand why you cannot use Rebase on public branches which are shared with other developers. So consider this example. We have this master branch and a feature branch, and we have this commits. Now master is the branch which is kind of shared with other developers, right? Feature is the branch which we are only solely working on it, so it's not shared with other developers, but master is. Now what will happen if we rebase our master with the feature branch? Now do remember, previously we rebased our feature branch with master, but here we are doing the opposite operation. We are kind of rebasing our master with feature branch. After we perform that rebased operation, Git will consider 6 as your new base and move this commit 7 and 8 after 6. Now our Git history looks like this: 1, 2, 3. After that we have the commits 4, 5, 6, and after that we have the commit 7, 8. So our master branch is updated to this commit history. Now let's say your fellow developer was working on that master in some other way and his history looks like this. We have the master with commits 1, 2, 3, 7, 8. Okay, so if you observe, the 4, 5, 6 are not present in his own master. Now here is the issue. Git won't understand why these two branches are different, and it will assume that these two branches are completely different. So it won't allow you to do operations on these two branches as a single branch. That's why you cannot use Rebase for the branches which are shared with others. So do remember that, and that's the important differentiator between merge and Rebase. So hope you are clear with Rebase. Now let's look at Git merge. So now let's look at how Git merge works. So to do a Git merge, you just check out to the feature branch and you type in git merge master to merge master with a feature branch. So now the updated Git history looks like this. So if you remember, our old history was looking like this, and when we merge master in the feature branch, it will look like this. Basically, there will be an additional merge commit that will be made inside feature branch, and it will kind of link all the changes which are present in the master branch. So this merge commit will contain all the records which are updated in the master branch. So that's the difference between rebase and merge. Rebasing will change your base of the feature branch to the latest master commit, but merge will make a merge commit inside feature branch only, right? It won't change any base or do anything extraordinary. It will just add a merge commit inside a feature branch, and that merge commit will contain all the updated records of master. So now let's look at what are the advantages and disadvantages of Git merge. The first advantage is obvious. We are not losing any information, right? We are not changing the base, so that's why we are not losing any information. Also, we are kind of containing when our master was merged with the feature branch, right? With the merge commit, we can identify when our master was merged with the feature. Also, merge can be used with the branches which are shared with other developers, right? The reason is simple, because we are not changing the base, we are not like kind of changing the information of the current branch, and we are just adding a new commit, right, which can be easily incorporated by Git, right? So that's why it can be used on the branches which are shared with other developers. Even if you like make a PR in GitHub and merge that PR in master, GitHub is nothing but doing a merge operation. Now what are the disadvantages? Well, the only disadvantage of Git merge is that your Git history becomes extremely complex. So if you see this diagram, we have this extra merge commit. Also, we are knowing that this master is merged with this feature branch, right? So it is creating a lot of unnecessary commits, right? So that's why your Git history has become extremely complex. It's hard to read, it's hard to navigate, and especially if your master is moving extremely fast, then it becomes really hard to read when was particular change merged into master, or when was particular change merged into a feature branch. So that's the disadvantage of Git merge. Now the question is, when should we use merge and when should we use rebase? Well, rebase has a specific use cases. So if you are working on the feature branch and you want to kind of keep your Git history extremely simple, you can use Rebase. But do remember, if you want to keep all the changes which have made to the feature branch intact, like basically you don't want to lose any information, then don't use Git Rebase. In all other cases, use Git merge. Git merge is kind of your default. So that's all I want to cover in this video. If you have watched till the end, do like this video and consider subscribing to our channel. We will meet next time with another interesting topic. Thanks for watching.